question 8, vectors question. First part of the question is very straightforward. Second part of the question is there. As you know, all the past few vectors questions are all blah. Correct? No? Life goes on. P is the point -3, 5, and Q is the point 2, 11. PR is 8, -2. Calculate the length of the line PQ. This is not a vector question, this is a distance question. So PQ is actually the same as mod PQ if you think about it. But anyway, the length PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square, which will give you, I won't even bother simplifying, I'll just press the whole thing in the calculator. So 5 square plus 5 minus 11 is 6, so 6 square. So 7.8102 in 5 SF, 7.81 in 3 SF. Interestingly, again, they never put units. I would write it. Okay, this one very straightforward. You shouldn't have a problem. Find the coordinates of point R. This one a little bit interesting. To find point R, what do we do if you want to do it by vector? You have to go and find your OP. Then you will know that, yeah, OP is just -3, 5. But you still have to find it, you have to write it this way. Right? And therefore, what do we know about PR? PR is equal to OR minus OP, right? And therefore, OR is equal to OP plus PR, which is -3, 5 plus PR, which is 8, -2, which will give me 5, 3. And therefore, this is 5, 3. Done. The easier way actually is to go and draw the diagram. But we are lazy people, we do not draw diagram, so we solve by vectors. Drawing is easier. Whatever, move on. Find the equation of the line QR. How to find QR? But wait, why is this 3 marks? What? You have point R, you have point Q. I hope you know how to find this thing called gradient. Gradient of QR is equal to, sometimes I really don't understand their mark allocation. Gradient of QR is, you have point R already, right? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Gradient of QR. Okay. Gradient of QR. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, you will get -7 over 3. For finding gradient, you get 1 mark because this is randomly a 3-mark question. And therefore, equation of QR, if you are not familiar with this step, you go and do y2, you go and do y equals to mx plus c, sub in one coordinate to go and find c. Okay, but I'm just going to do the quicker one. Equation of QR is y minus y1. So y minus y1 equals to, you do coordinate geometry sec 3. If you never learn this, it doesn't matter. Some of you will find it easier to just do y equals to mx plus c, which is fine. Okay, let me show you the other way then. Let equation of QR be y equals to m. What is your m? Your m is -7 over 3 plus c. You learn that in E-math. You go and see your textbook, it's in there. It is in there. But you never learn it, doesn't matter. just sub in any random point, not random point, sub in either P, Q or R, or sub in Q. So sub in the point 2, 11. You will get 11 equals to negative 7 over 3. Where's my X? 7 over 3 times 2 plus C, and therefore C is equal to 14 over 3 plus 11 is equal to 47 over 3. And therefore, equation of QR is y equals to negative 7 over 3 x plus 47 over 3 for a free 3 marks. Why they give you a free 3 marks? So that it can traumatize you in the next part of the question. You see, like, wow, equation of a straight line is 3 marks, and then you see the vector question, you're like, what the hell? How many marks? 5 marks. I have told you all before many times, when they give you a ratio, think similar triangles. Okay? But in this case, don't need similar triangles. You just know OB is 3, so this is 2. But very often when you see ratio, think similar triangles. Anyway, OCD is a triangle. A is a point on OC, B is a point on OD. OA equals to A, OB equals to B. OA equals to 1/3 OC. That means this is 1. This is 2. Don't label the wrong number of units. It's not 1, 3, it's 1, 2. AC is 2. X is a point of OC such that BX is parallel to DC. BX is parallel to DC. So X is somewhere here, right? You can just draw a point for reference, even though you won't actually know exactly where it is. But you know that BX is equal to, is parallel to DC. Right? Find XD, giving your answer as simply as possible in terms of AB. Remember what I said just now? You see a shape like this should remind you of what kind of triangles, Zachary? Similar triangles. This should remind you of a similar triangle. And therefore, this over this should be the same as this over this. Agree? But it also means that this over this is also equal to this over this, isn't it? So how come it works that way? How can these two ratios be different yet be similar? Because vectors have how many components? 2 components, right? There's an A component and a B component here, right? Do the A and B need to interact with each other? No. So it is your B component that is similar in terms of 3 to 5. And it is your A component that is similar in terms of 1 to 3. You get it? That is how it works. That is why they can be different numbers, but they are still similar. Because vector has 2 components. You realize the past few questions, that's all we have been talking about. Vectors have multiple components. That is how you find XD. Okay? So they don't even just want that, they want XD. So they want this vector, XD. So XD is XC plus CD or XB plus BD. Up to you which one you want to find. So let's try. By similar triangles. What do we know? I need to find XB first, right? Can you tell me how to find XB? What is XB? Okay, actually I don't need the similar triangles part first. My bad. We simplify it first. What is xb? Vector xb is equal to, in terms of a and b, what is it? We don't actually know what it is. So be very careful. Don't tell me. We know what is b. But xb is what? Ox. Sorry, ob. Agree? We don't know what is ox, but we know ox is something a because it lies on OA. Right? So my question to you here is, why do you think they give you the point A here in this case then? So that we can find OC. What is OC equal to? 3A, right? We know that my OCD and my OXB are similar triangles. Agree? So by similar triangles, OX over OC will be equal to OB over OD. Agree? Make sense? What is OB over OD? 3 over 5, right? And do you realize OC is exactly 3? It's 3 parts. So I make what? So OX over OC, and OC is 3 parts, right? Is equal to something 3 over 5. What do I do here? What is OX? Right? So if OC is 15 units, this will become times 5, right? This will become times 5. This is like that. This part here will be 5. This part here will be 10. Okay. Can I find CD? I can find CD, right? I can find CD means I can find XB, right? So what is CD? CD is just equal to OC minus OC, my head. OD minus OC, which is equal to, what is OD? OB is 3, OB is B, And it is 3 out of 5, 3 out of it's 5/3 you mean. So Bx would therefore be not Bx, sorry, xb will be equal to what fraction of CD based on the similar triangle? 3/5, right? Uh, 3/5 times 5/3 is equal to 1, which is B, minus 9/5, right? A. That's my XB, right? But once you get this 9/5A, then what should you realize? You should realize that therefore OX is equal to 9/5A. What? Correct or not? Which you already actually found just now. Like, if you compare here, you should know that it's 9/5 lah. But and therefore, how do I find XD? Where in the world is XD? XD is equal to XC plus CD, which is equal to, how do I find XC? I know the total is 3, right? 3A. I have 9/5A. So it's 3 minus 9/5A. That is your XC, right? Plus CD, which I already found, which is 5/3B minus 3A. Press your calculator, don't do weird things. 3 minus 9/5 is 6/5A plus 5/3B minus 3A, which will give me 5/3B minus 9/5A. And that's the answer. Actually, for 5 marks, it's not very difficult. It is a little bit tedious, but I don't think it's difficult. But you must recognize similar triangles. That's why they tell you parallel. That's all. Okay. I do think that this is slightly easier than the past 2 years vector question. I think the last 2 years vector question is a little bit harder. Yeah, but that's life. Vector question at the O levels is never easy one. Okay? Can understand what's happening or not? We are basically making use of your similar triangles to find XB first. Because we can find the ratio of XB over CD, right? The ratio of XB over CD is the same as ratio of OB over OD. So we make use of that to go and find our vector XB, because we know that XB is equal to 3/5 of CD. And we can find CD by using OC. OD minus OC. Right? So once you find CD, you know the ratio that XB needs to be is the ratio 3 out of 5. It's 3 out of 5, and that's how you find XB. And once you find XB, you can find OX, because OX is equal to OB minus OX, right? XB is equal to OB minus OX. And from there, you can find OX. And then once you find OX, you can find what is XD. Because you find OX, you can find XC by subtraction. And you already found CD. So XD is just XC plus CD. That's it. So it's just figuring out part by part. I don't think it's very complicated. It's a little bit tedious, but quite systematic to work through. Okay, so learn to make use of similar triangles is something that you'll see all the time.